Rom's Eagle Court of Honor ceremony. Would everyone please stand for the presentation of our nation's flag? Color Guard March. Color Guard post the colors. Salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Can everyone who knows to join us in the Boy Scout oath and law? On my honor, I will do my best
to do my duty to guard my country and to obey the Scout law. Tell other people at all times to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
A Scout is
trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Everyone can sit down. Hello and welcome to Rom's Eagle Scout Court of Honor. My name is Nisha and I'll be the Master of Ceremonies today. I would like to thank everyone for coming. In order to earn the higher ranks in scouting, a scout has to spend a great deal of time and effort. Therefore, the occasion that recognizes their accomplishments should be something special. Today we're going to follow the path of the eagle. We remember well when you first came to the base of the cliff and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back for a moment. Look back over the cliff you have climbed. Look back at the experience you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences should not be forgotten, and you should profit by making sure that the adverse ones do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher, if you heed its teachings. Your first step you began living the Scout oath and law. While you were on the trail, you learned knife safety, you made a patrol and called them your own, then your sibling scouts called you a tenderfoot, and they were right. You were indeed a tenderfoot.
You, along the way, learned knots, first aid, and learned to lead alongside your patrol. You were content there, but not for long, for soon you reached the first ledge where you were greeted by a group of second-class scouts.
Some were stopping to catch their breath before continuing along the Eagle Trail, and you did too. It was for a moment. You learned to cook, to use a map, and to continue to be physically active. You learned to use a knife and a saw, and how to help in an emergency. Before you knew it, you came to another ledge, the ledge where first-class scouts were.
There you found a tempting green meadow by a crystal-clear stream, bathed by the sun. Here you were tempted to remain, but your ambition stirred you on. We remember your progress to Star Scout. You learned to plan, to lash and bandage. You invited others to join you, and they did. Alongside you, your patrol, your friends continued on past Star.
Now the trail was steeper. It was less worn. Fewer scouts seemed to be heading in your direction. You looked back and saw crowds behind you. You looked up and saw the few above you. With the same determination with which you started your climb, you continued on the trail. So on, it was the badge of the Life Scout, the heart badge that was placed on your uniform. You will never forget the thoughts in your head. The trail became tougher but more interesting. The original principles, the Scout oath and law, now had a fuller meaning. Your understanding of them was greater. You served others. You helped others reach glen after glen, still looking up yourself. It is here where your patrol, with you since the beginning, began to diverge. Some continuing on alone, others remained at Star and Light. Finally, you summited. You reached the top where the other eagles soared. Those who came before offered their hands on the last step, and you took it. You looked down at what you had accomplished, the years of your life that you have given for this, and you smiled. You had come so far, and it was all worth it. Yes, we have watched your character unfold and mature. We have watched your leadership ability expand into a valuable asset. We watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We watched all of these things in you. You have traveled far along this path, among others and also alone. You've done so much and struggled and succeeded. We welcome you and celebrate how far you have come with us. Now we ask you to remember your journey with us. threshold of your goal, we welcome you, for you have done your climbing in a true scout-like manner. Will Ella Frick please escort to the front Eagle candidate Rom Neenan to receive their Eagle Badge of Honor.
The presentation of the Eagle Award is an important, serious, and joyful event. Eagle is the highest rank in scouting, which only 2 to 4% of all scouts earn each year. The foremost responsibility of the Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. They know that a scout is trustworthy is the first point of the Scout Law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because of the infinite importance of doing so for self, but because of the vital significance of the example they set for other scouts and other people. Living honorably reflects credit upon their family, troop, church, and community. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A scout is true to their family, scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. Their loyalty to these members makes them pitch in and carry their share of the load. All of these help to build the loyalty that means devotion to their community, country, and ideals. The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which humans measure themselves and others. To a scout, courage not only means bravery to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for your principles and for what is right. Trusting in God with faith, they look forward to each day, seeking their share of the kingdom's work to do. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil on scouting's trail, just as others help them to climb to Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn now takes on a new meaning as he continues service to others. The Eagle Scout stands as the protector of the weak and helpless. They aid and comfort the unfortunate and the oppressed. They uphold the rights of others while defending their own. Rom, you are about to take the pledge of the Eagle Scout. Are you ready to do so?
I am.
Will you please give the scout sign and repeat after me? On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to my country.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to my country.
I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example.
On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example.
In addition, make my rank and influence strongly count.
In addition, make my rank and influence strongly count
For better scouting and for better citizenship.
for better scouting and better citizenship.
In my troop, in my community, and in my contact with other people.
In my troop, in my community, and in my contact with other people,
Regardless of race, color, or creed.
regardless of race, color, or creed.
To this I pledge.
To this I pledge.
Miss Neenan, you may now pin the Eagle badge onto your child's uniform.
The big one. The big one. The big one. This guy? No. No?
In a box.
In a box. It was about the script. Are you guys supposed to chant Stabby Stabby?
Oh,
Stabby, 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 stabby.
Don't worry, this is normal here.
Stabby, stabby. Can Natalie B please come up and take off the Troop 1920 neckerchief and slide? Ella, will you put on the new neckerchief and slide? Now can our advancement chair come up and present them with some commendations.
Right, we have quite a few certificates and things. In the interest of time, I won't read through everything, but I'll give a quick overview of what we have. So we have our normal Troop 1920 certificate that we give. We also have a couple different commendations from Order of the Arrow, one from the National Chief and one from the National Chairman. We have the United States National Park Service, the Blue Angels, as well as NASA. And then there's a nice certificate and a pocket card that comes from the council as well. So those are all for you.
Can we now have the American Legion representative please come forward?
That was erasing. No, that is.
You should have erased
It's still happening.
My name is Philip Rosini, and I'm the Monroe County Boy Scout Chair for the American Legion, and I've been in scouting a long time. In fact, I've been in scouting a lot longer than I've been in the Legion, and I never heard that one stab me, stab me. I learn something every day, and it's a good day today. But I want to thank Amelia and her family and the troop leadership for this invitation. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to be here today on this special day. I feel so privileged and honored to be here tonight, and it happens to be my birthday today.
Happy birthday.
And we celebrated it with my grandkids yesterday and all that. But to have come to an Eagle ceremony on my birthday is just a little icing on the cake. So thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Before addressing the achievements of Amelia, I'd like to talk about the silent army that stands among us here tonight. And what I mean by that is the scout leaders in this troop. And it didn't come to my mind until about 3 minutes ago, talking and never came, the girls' troop. The women in the troop never had background in scouting, like myself and a lot of the male that were with me years and years ago. So not only did the girls have to ramp up to the system we call scouting, the leaders did too. And I never really thought of that. So, I hope you young girls understand what your leaders have to do to get you where you are today. Nobody walks the trail to Eagle by themselves. That trail is cut by adult leaders helping and guiding you. Sure, you make it on your own, but really you gotta have those people there to help you. And we're very fortunate because they came on board just as fast as you guys did. So you're privileged to have that in your troop. So make sure you thank them, okay? And the best way to thank them is when it's your turn to serve, you step up. That's how you do it. So the American Legion has been supporting scouting since the first convention. Our first convention that was held in 1919. Legionnaires understand what scouting brings to the table by developing a young person's moral and ethical values. The American Legion certificate I have in my hand here reads the following: Good Citizen Citation. I cannot remember when I last heard the word citizenship until I start awarding the certificate to Eagle Scouts. The word that describes each and every one in this room seems to be one we probably never think about in our daily lives. A word that would be gladly taken by those who are sitting at the borders today, waiting to come into this country. So, what makes a good citizen? Is a good citizen a person who minds his own business, never engages in any type of support for his friends, community, or nation? Yes, he or she would qualify since they have never broken any laws or never hurt anybody. However, is that really what it's all about, to be a good citizen? I feel a good citizen is a person who reaches out to others to make this nation better. It is that individual who takes the time to recognize a situation that they may be able to resolve by just giving their support. As a veteran and a scout, I know that service to this country is what we all should strive for, to be a good citizen. Scouts, their leaders, and guests in this room tonight know what I'm talking about. There is no greater self-gratification than to reach out to another human being in their time of need. Amelia, your future as an Eagle Scout must follow a trail of service for those in need and who you may meet in the journey of life. Amelia, reviewing your project, which consisted of a fundraiser, making blankets, and helping the charity sleep in heavenly peace, you are well on your way. You have all the right characteristics of a good leader. I understand you were selected for the Eagle Project of the Month for November, so congratulations on that too. Well earned, I'm sure. Amelia, remember the Scout Oath and the Scout Law are your beacons in your life. These 52 words will serve you well as a guide to make your journey in life pointed in the right direction. Amelia, you are now a marked woman. In your lifetime, when people learn you are an Eagle Scout, their judgment of you will come with a higher standard. Amelia, I have no doubt you will meet the challenges that lie ahead of you with dignity, grace, and honor. You have conquered the mountain, and the future is yours and bright. Congratulations on a well-done job. I'd like to say one thing tonight. When they read the Eagle Charge, the word honor was mentioned over and over again. I don't know if you heard that, maybe you were a little nervous, but they read it over and over again. And I heard a long time ago, and in the Scout Oath, the third word is on my honor. Honor is not a word. You may find it in the dictionary, but it's not. It's a way of life. And if you live by that word, you'll strive very high in your life. And one other thing I'd like to mention to you is that, and this is another phrase I like to live by myself, the brave do not live forever. No, they don't. The cautious do not live at all. So be brave and live with honor, and your life will be rich with many rewards that you can live with for the rest of your life. So do what's right, will you? Thank you very much. I have a certificate here I want to give you though first. Then you can clap. And I'm not going to sticker with any pin. So come on up here. This is a citation we give out. It's American Legion Department of New York Good Citizenship Citation, and it goes to the attained rank of Eagle Scout. And Boy Scouts of America still use that, and that's me down here if you ever want to call me. Believe me, if you ever think of joining the service, Navy's where to go. Actually, it's anywhere to go. But on behalf of the American Legion, thank you for the job with that. What's going on? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. I put in her name that R.O.M. Ron. I think your mom told me that. And I didn't know what it meant, so thank you very much. Well, here, give me that other hand. Let's do it right.
This is a long journey and shows great perseverance and determination on the part of the Eagle Scout. However, this achievement could not have been made without the help of Rom's family, friends, and troop. Would all of the Eagle Scouts stand? You have already completed this journey. Sharing your experience has helped to guide Rom so that they too are now an Eagle Scout. Would Rom's family stand? Your continued support of Rom inside and outside. Rom Scout. Your continued support of Rom inside and outside of Scout has helped them to succeed in Scouts and in life. Would Elnora stand? As Rom's former Scoutmaster, you are a big part of the reason why we are here today. Without your help in teaching, they would never have made it to this point. Would the rest of Troop 1920 stand? You have made Rom's scouting journey fun and exciting. Without you, they would never have had the motivation to make it to this point. Lastly, would the friends, teachers, and coaches of Rom please stand? helped them become the person they are today and helped to teach them many of the skills that helped them reach this rank. Thank you. Please be seated.
Okay, Mom, you need to come up here. Alright. As part of earning Eagle, we must especially thank parents, and we must especially thank my mom. So she gets to receive one final rank pin from this long journey that has pushed and helped me through.
Pops, yes, I spilled.
Okay. Now, you all may notice that there are two parent pins. One of these is supposed to go to my father. I don't have a father.
Very well timed.
Okay.
Okay, hold your ears for a second.
Ow, 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 ow.
There we go.
Okay. Alright, let's try this again from the top. Okay.
Sorry.
Now, you all may notice that there are two parent pins. One of these is supposed to go to my father. I don't have a father, however, I have someone who's always felt like one to me. My grandpa would always teach me things if I didn't know how to do them. He went to every swim meet and track meet that I ever had. I always felt that I could come up to him and ask him everything, or anything. Unfortunately, last Thursday he passed away, so I'm giving this pin to him in his honor. I love you and I'll miss you, so thank you. And now, two pins remain. The Eagle Mentor pin is meant to be given to someone who's helped me through scouting. And while I can think of many, many people I could give this to, there are two people that stick out. Honestly, I couldn't decide on one person. I thought back and forth about multiple ideas of people I could use. There's so many people that I could look up to and thank. However, these two came to mind the quickest. Now, I know it's always not traditional to choose two people, but these people have guided me throughout my scout life. They provided a person for me to look up to. They have time and time again proven to me that I can rely and listen to them. And if I'm honest, you both feel like family to me. I've watched you throughout the years grow into amazing people that mean so much to me. I have so many funny memories and stories of both of you. Through my growth as a young scout and now, I've always and always will look up to you. So it's only fair that I give this to both Alex Macbeth and Elnora Macbeth.
here for a Scoutmaster Minute. Can Laura and Beth come up?
Wait.
All right, so I want to start with 3 small little stories or memories of Amelia Rom. So first week of our first time at scout camp, we are all in a different place and we don't know what we're doing, and forms and swim tests, and we go here and here, and the first time we finally get back to our campsite and we can have a minute to just breathe. Rom goes to the fire pit and sits in the coals. Yeah. Mr. Karsh and I were there, and we both just looked at her with our mouths open, like, and then she's like, what? Like, they're like, I'm happy. And I'm like, where are you sitting? They're like, looks like a fire pit. I'm like, okay, so let's think this through. Do you know that a troop just left this morning from this very campsite? They did? There were people here before? I'm like, yes. If they had a fire that morning and you're sitting in the coals at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, what's the chances those coals could be hot? And they're like, how? I'm like, so as a general rule, we're not going to sit in fire pits, okay? So get it. So that's my first story that's my first memory. My second memory is a couple years later. I don't think, Ron, you know this. They became staff for Massawepie, and that first year they had serious staffing issues up there. They were working archery, and it pretty much ended up that 2 teenagers were in charge. Like, had some supervision, but like the day-to-day, and you have to understand, archery is very popular. It is full all day, every day. It is, I don't even know how many scouts per session, but it's a lot, and it's full. And so it's a daunting task. And scouts sometimes, I don't know if you know this, they don't listen so good. Because if they did, they wouldn't say stabby, stabby when it's time to put a pin on. So the memory I have, and I don't know if you know this, I was walking by archery, and there was chaos happening at archery, and Amelia Rom started off in scouting very, very timid, taking charge of something and saying, hey, we're going to do this, and this is the plan, and this is what we're going to do. That was not their personality. They would come up, hello, my name is, and could you please stand and listen to me for a second? That's where they started. And I will never forget, I'm walking by archery, and I hear, Scouts, you're going to come over here, you're going to pick up your trash, and you're going to sit down and listen, and we're going to make an arrow, okay? And I'm like, this program is amazing. Because it taught this kid to do that, and have that commanding voice, and it wasn't mean, but it was clear, it was concise, and it was amazing. So that is my second little memory of Amelia Rom. And then the third one is, I don't know if you know this, some do, some don't. Amelia Rom really, really, really hates earning merit badges. They are the bane of their existence. They are a challenge, and they are something that they did not really love in the scouting program. There's going to be something you don't like in the program that you're going to have to participate in. There's one thing, there's at least one, or maybe sometimes more. But earning merit badges is not their motivating factor. They are my activity kid. Still to this day, we're gonna go do this. Guess who's the first to sign up? Every time. We're gonna go do this adventure. Yep, they're there. Every time. Happy as can be. And that is my memory. I am eternally grateful to Mr. McGinnis because Ron had 1 merit badge left, and it was citizenship in the world, and I'm like, I don't know if this kid's gonna walk through this door. I don't know if this kid's gonna walk through this door. They have everything done, but they need this 1 badge, and they were on the backpacking merit badge, so it was 3 days, and they had to do 20 miles, And he found out, and he's a counselor, and he's like, you know what? We're gonna get this merit badge right now. And they walked and talked, which is the perfect way to finish your merit badges, was walking and talking, because that's the way you function. And it was a conversation rather than a classroom or any other style of teaching. So those are my three memories of ROM. So now, if you look at your little paper, this is my Scoutmaster Minute. So, and this applies to ROM. So dear teenagers, if I'd had time, I would have gone in and edited it and said Scouts, but oh well. Best laid plans. A bottle of water can be $1 at the grocery store, $3 at a restaurant, $4 at the movies, and $6 at an airport. The only thing that changed its value is the place. So the next time you feel like you have no value, maybe you're in the wrong place. So I chose that because how apt. I have a saying with my scouts, they know this, hydrate or dihydrate.
I know that very well.
I say that all the time at campouts, making sure that they're hydrating properly, that they're drinking. And Amelia Rom's process, certainly when you started, you did not know your place. You didn't know where you fit. And it was all a little confusing. And you know your place. What a fantastic process. And I need you to understand that that was all you. It's all you. You did it. Sometimes the process might have felt daunting. There were times when you would look at me and go, I can't get all this done. But you take one step at a time. You take the next thing and the next and the next and the next. And that is a fantastic way to get through life. But and I will say to scouts, I'd love you to go put this on your mirror. But also a warning that if you don't feel like you belong or you feel like you're not being valued, it is not society's job, your parents' job, or anybody's job to tell you you're in the wrong place. It's your job. So if you have that angst inside of you that's feeling like, this isn't right, and I'm not being valued, and I'm not in the right place, then it's up to you to get up and move. It is not society's job to move you. It is not society's job or your parents or some wise person to say, get up and move. It's your job. Scouting has given you the ability to get up and move. There are adults who don't have the ability. They don't even think that way. And so that's my Scoutmaster Minute, is that you know your value because you are precious.
And now, a few words from Rob. Okay. Thank you all for supporting me through this experience. I appreciate those who have been with me through my whole scouting journey. I remember when we started from a troop of 5 people who barely knew how to light a match. The first night I ever went camping as a scout, we went through a whole box of matches and a container of Drylands. We had May, who was scared of fire, Nisha, X, and I, who were pyromaniacs in theory but not in practice, and the rest of the troop was just as clueless. We were little middle schoolers who were obsessed with Gravity Falls and talked about it non-stop that night. We sang Hamilton songs by the campfire, which was barely lit. I can't believe how much our troop has grown. I think the most important thing for newer scouts is to be more relaxed. Have fun. I remember I had the longest streak of making it to camp out for like 2 years because I just loved the activity so much. And in the beginning, I was super nervous and afraid, and just by like being more relaxed and open to the experience, you can just gain so much. The important thing is to enjoy yourself and like not get caught up in a lot of stress of like, am I gonna make it? If you want an eagle, don't rush it. You will have time. I got so stressed over the communications fair badge, I cried several times. Have fun, go camping, and now I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope this wasn't too long or boring. Thank you for supporting me through this, in Scouts, in school, and in life. I love you all more than you can ever know. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Before the retiring of the colors, a quick note. Please enjoy the snacks and the various pieces and bits of Rom's journey that we can share with you. Thank you so much for coming. Can we have the color guard come back up? And everyone stand. Color guard attention. Forward march. Two. Thank you for coming.
They were part of 1920, and they just turned 18 in January.